about how did it feel to be able to knock down a couple threes today? Now you missed a bunch going into this game.
I feel great. My teammates trust me, my coaches trust me, I trust myself. So, being able to see the ball go through the net, also, of course, it helps. But yeah, it always feels good to make shots.
Was anything different about it today, or was it just kind of doing the same thing and just trusting that the work's going to?
No, just the same. Just play for the team. Make sure I play good defense, and then everything else will happen. I'm not worried about it. I'm not thinking about it. Just thinking about helping the team and keep winning.
You guys scored 110 points today, the most under Coach Capel. I mean, what was clicking for you guys offensively? How did you guys come into this game, and what worked so well?
I think we all play like good offense. We always filling today. We all make shots today. So yeah, it was great to make a lot of shots, but we still gotta work on defense.
You guys had a 10-day break. What was an emphasis that you made for yourself, or coaches made for you to work on something to be prepared today?
Just honestly, just take a break. Take a break from the basketball a little bit, and then once your mind's clear, just back to it, back to work, back to the grind, and back to working with my teammates, and that's what I did.
Is that a good thing when you're in a bit of a shooting slump? Is it good to have that time off, or for you personally, would you rather jump right back out there?
I tried the other way. I tried to work harder, and it didn't work. So I just I had great advice from a lot of people. They told me to stop worrying about it, to just take a day off, and then come back even harder. And that's what I did, and it's working so far. So.
What have your teammates been like during this stretch?
The best, I'm gonna lie. Teammates, coaches, everybody is super behind me, telling me that they trust me. They know who I am. So super grateful for that, and yeah, they've been really good.
You and Cam have more talks or time to work together to build chemistry between each other, because you guys are kind of the starting forwards on this team.
Yeah, me, Cam, Papa, and MD, man, we have this close group, and we talk to each other every day. We push each other every day, and this couple of last games we have to emphasize on. We gotta be better for the team. We gotta be stronger. We gotta be more physical, and we fight every day in practice against each other. We push each other, and we love each other too.
All right, thanks, Chief.
Appreciate y'all. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
All right, Coach.
All right, see you, man. Be safe travels.
Yep.
Jeff, Cam shot more times in this game than he had since you guys' game against Wisconsin. Was there an added emphasis to get him going in this game, or was that just kind of the result?
It's just kind of the results of how it happened. We know that there's going to be a lot of attention on Jalen and Ish, and for those guys to get off the ball and make reads, and they did that. Cam was able to finish.
Does
Does it make any sense to shoot almost 60% after being off 10 days?
I mean, maybe we're rested. I mean, again, I think we're a pretty good shooting team. We made 16 threes tonight. They all were in pretty good rhythm. I was pleased with how we started. We got off to a really good start. We've been flat the past few times starting basketball games, and so I thought we really got off to a good start, got off to a 10-0 start, made them call timeout, but the ball had energy, and we passed it. We had 23 assists, so that was really, really good.
Does this look more to the past two games where you guys have shot the three well? Does that look like what you kind of believe this team can be shooting basketball?
Yeah, well, the second half of last game, Eastern Kentucky, and then this game, it does. Obviously, as we move forward, the competition increases. The level of team that we'll play will be better. And I thought this team is a good basketball team. But as long as we're generating good looks, I have confidence in us knocking them down.
Zach dropped 23 points today, the highest since he's been here at Pitt. I mean, what was working for him so well? Obviously, shot well from three.
Well, I think he's been playing well, period. I mean, I think that's it. All season long, he's been playing well. It started out the season defensively, his block shots and things like that. And as he settled into, understanding his role on this team, he shot the ball at a consistent level. I thought he offensive rebound. He played with great energy. I thought he did some good things defensively. He's playing really well for us right now.
You guys have out-rebounded every team you've beaten this year. How do you drill that into your players' minds to have the importance of gaining those extra possessions?
Well, the 2 games we've lost, we've gotten out rebounded, so that should tell us something. Certainly, again, as we move up in competition, when we get back from Christmas, it's all ACC games. That's going to be a point of emphasis for us. I thought we've done a better job the past few games. Hopefully, it's something we can continue to do.
I feel like this was maybe one of the more complete performances.
Offensively, it was. I'm not pleased with what we did defensively, although that is a really good offensive team. I thought we did a really good job on Wilkerson. He came in averaging 49% from 3, one of the leaders in the country and made 3-point field goals. I think he was one of the top 25 scorers. So we did a really good job on him. But overall, defensively, we didn't do a great job for them to shoot 53%, almost 54% from the field. But offensively, it was.
What did you see from Ish in what he did against Wilkerson? Wilkerson, obviously very talented.
Yeah, Ish has done a good job for the most part all season long with guarding guys. The thing we wanted to do was just to make him a contested shooter. I thought one of the things that helped us and hurt them, was Burns got 3 fouls early. So they had to put him at the point. Wilkerson played the point some. And that kind of maybe threw his rhythm off and got him to more where he's trying to run the offense instead of playing offense. So I thought that helped a little bit. But I thought our collective sense of urgency and awareness for him was really good. And then when he did get some open shots, because we kind of hounded him all game, he missed those open ones, which he very rarely misses.
Right.
You'll get Dame back at some point, and so with that under consideration, how do you feel right now about 6, 7, 8, even down to 9 in your rotation?
I feel really good about them. I think they've gotten better. I feel confident in them. We still have work to do, whether it's Biba, whether it's Amsel, whether it's Papa, Jorge. I feel confident in all of those guys.
Looked like Amsel had some passes that some of his teammates weren't ready for some of the times. Is that an added element of his game that's been growing?
It is. I mean, he can really pass. He has a good feel. He's just got to be better when he's pressured and not turning the basketball over. But I thought he did some really, really good things out there today.
Are you pleased where the team's at?
Yeah.
After 12 games and going into ACC play, you ready
I
for
am.
that?
Yep. Finished the conference 9-2, 10-2 overall. We played 6 games against high major teams, 5 away from home. So I'm pleased with where we are. Excited for this break to just kind of get away and spend some family time. Our guys get away, get with their families, and get back and get to work. But I am pleased.
How much is that sometimes knowing as a coach when it is important to get away? Like Guillermo, he talked about, I asked him, what did you do to get better? He said, I got away. How important is that to know when to do that as a coach or help them do that?
Well, I think it's really important. I mean, what these guys go through is difficult. Now, like I've always said, we signed up for it. So it's not a surprise, but it's difficult. I think it's more difficult now than it's ever been because of the external pressures that these guys have and they feel. Not just they have them, but they feel them. And there are more ways for people to express how they're feeling about them. And, it's easy to say, don't listen to it, don't look at it, look, this is their life. They didn't grow up like me where I didn't have a cell phone until I was a senior in high school. Their life has been looking at it. I got a 12-year-old son at home. That's all he does is look at the phone or iPad. And so, we have to be in their world and understand that. And so I think it's important, man. It's a long season. It's 30-plus games. It's 2 semesters. And when we get back, it's going to be a grind. And so I think when you have a chance to get away, and to get away from it, to enjoy your family, look, I love this game. I love my job. I love here, but I love my family more. And this job is not who I am. This game is not who these guys are. It's a big part of what they are and what they do, but it's not who they are. And I want them always to understand that. I didn't have that balance when I was their age.
What did you
And
make
so I want them to understand that as we go forward.
My apologies.
You're good.
What did you make of how your team responded to the hard foul on Ish? He had the assist and, the guys had to pull it apart, but it did seem like they were standing up for him in that moment.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised by that. I mean, that's who we are. That's who we've been. You know, we've always stood up. We've always fought. It's been one game this year where we didn't, and we got embarrassed. But that was one game. We moved on from it. But that's who our guys have always been. There's a collective toughness that we've shown, especially the last 3 years, including this year, and hopefully it's something we do going forward. And that kid's a good kid from Sam Houston. It's, you know, probably out of character for him. No ill will. I think they have a good team and wish them luck. And but he's a good kid, so I don't want people to think that he's a dirty player or anything. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.